Hello friends, I am Dr. Shailesh Kaushal, Department of Business Administration, University of Lucknow, Lucknow. I am explaining structural equation modeling. The third stage of structural equation modeling is designing a study to produce empirical result. So measurement scales in CFA means which scale we are using to confirm this confirmatory factor analysis. For example, I will explain it through this model. This is my CFA, theory of plant behavior. It's a model. Okay, so I will explain CFA and SEM for this model, and this is the confirmatory factor analysis or measurement model. So this model basically represent the theory of plant behavior. There are 5 constructs. Okay, so here the measurement scale in measurement scale is theory of plant behavior in CFA, confirmatory factor analysis. And what should be the sample size in CFA and SEM? So basically sample size depend on the number of indicators. If indicators 17 in my study, so at least 8 to 10 times sample size should be there, means 170. If my study 20 variables, then my sample size should be 10 times. This is the sample size. So sample size should be at least 10 times. Okay, then in each construct specifying the model, when we specify the model, and these are the independent or measured variable x1, x2, x3, so we specify one for each indicator and then find the regression coefficient of the other. And then problem in Haywood cases, if someone value is minus and not desirable, it means -2, but the actual value should be -1 to +1. So this type case is Haywood cases, and there should not be an illogical standardized parameter, means 7.89. It cannot be standardized parameter. It should be between -1 to +1. Next step in the specifying the measurement model. Once we specify our model like this is the specification of a measurement model. So I am explaining this here. There are 5 construct: attitude, subjective norm, perceived behavior, perceived intention, and purchase behavior. So this model about the theory of plant behavior. The actual model is I am showing you. This is the actual model, the theory of plant behavior. If we want to know the purchase behavior of buyers, so we can apply this model, theory of plant behavior, given by the Eisen, and the 5 construct: attitude, subjective norms, perceived behavior control, purchase intention, and purchase behavior. Then how to make the questions. So this is my research instrument, the attitude research instrument for measuring tourist buying behavior. Okay, so I have taken here Shimla as a tourist place. So the attitude towards visit Shimla, there are 5, means attitude can be identified through the 4 questions, and the subjective norm contains 3 questions, perceived behavior control 4 questions, purchase intention 3, and purchase behavior 3 questions. So it is pre-decided whatever theory we are going to test. So the construct is pre-decided. It means we are taking only 5 construct, because this theory is explaining 5 construct: attitude, subjective norm, perceived behavior control, and each construct it is pre-decided that the attitude can be measured through the only 4 questions. Subjective norms can be measured through 3 questions. So it is a pre-decided, and after this it's a type of questionnaire. So these are the 17 questions to measuring the tourist satisfaction through theory of plant behavior. 1 strongly disagree and 7 is strongly agree. So first of all we will find the validity of the model through this confirmatory factor analysis. Okay, so we will specify this model, and here you can see the there are four things, the absolute fit measures, goodness of fit. We find the goodness of fit of the model, whether my model is fit or not. So how will we find? Through the absolute fit measures, incremental fit measures, parsimonious fit measures. So these are the measures, and these fit indices tell us whether our model is fit or not. Okay, so the evaluate the construct validity of the measurement model, and diagnosis problem if path estimation standard residual modify specification, then we correct our model. Okay, so the assessing the measurement model, basically whether my confirmatory factor analysis valid or not. So I need to find only the 5 things for each construct. For example, in theory of plant behavior there are 5 construct. One construct, this is attitude, another subjective norm, third perceived behavior control, fourth purchase intention, and fifth purchase behavior. These are the 5 construct. So to each construct we find the whether my model is valid or not. So we find convergent validity, discriminant validity also. So there are 2 approach. I will discuss later on the other approach. So but in the first approach we find the value of this model, the chi-square value and degree and associated degree of freedom. So its value should be less than 2. Okay, degree of means C mean by degree of freedom value theoretically should be less than this. And one absolute fit indices, GFI, basically fit indices, it's a goodness of fit index, and its value greater than 0.9. RMSEA, it's a badness of fit indexes, its value less than 0.08. Another value CFI and the TLI, Tucker-Lewis index, its value again greater than 0.9. And one goodness fit, so you can take CFI, its value again should greater than 0.9. Okay, and the RMSE or this, it is a badness of fit indices. It means there are 3, one absolute fit index, incremental fit index, and these all the values should be the greater than 0.9 and this less than 0.08 badness of fit index, and its value should less than 2 theoretically. So we will find the value of the 5 items. Okay, then after my model, if my model is valid, if result supported, then I will specify the model. Then in the second approach we find the specify the model, and then again find the structural model. So there are 2 things here. The measurement model we have identified, then structural model we will specify, and then recursive and non-recursive. So generally our model is recursive, we cannot perform non-recursive model in AMOS. So this is the CFA model. So in a CFA model you can see here, so there are 4 construct, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so CFA, and first of all we find the construct validity and goodness of fit indexes. So there are 2 approach. One is goodness of fit index, and another is construct validity. Okay. So this is the CFA, and after specifying the measurement model, then we will identify which one is endogenous and which one is exogenous. So here this D, it is endogenous, and the theory this again exogenous with respect to this D, and endogenous with respect to A and B. So we will specify a structural model, because in a structural model we find the a relationship between one construct to another, one construct to another, one construct to another. So we can frame the hypothesis here in a structural model. We cannot frame hypothesis in confirmatory factor analysis. So this is about the concept of a structural equation modeling. Now I am taking this is the theoretical model. You can see there are 5 construct, okay, endogenous variable, exogenous variable, and there are 5 variables, endogenous and exogenous. These are endogenous variable, and the EP and AC are exogenous variable. And then we find the measurement model validity. Okay. Now I am taking the case study to perform the structural equation modeling. So I am using Amos to perform this diagram. So first of all, I will perform so this is case study. So I am drawing this model. Okay, measurement model. So we should understand the case study also. Now the case study of this is the case study. We want to know the tourist buying behavior, and through a theory of planned behavior we will know the behavior of the buyers, tourist buying behavior. So in this research instrument, this is my research instrument. So I have taken 5 variables: purchase behavior, purchase intention, attitude, behavior, subjective norm, perceived behavior, control. And here you can see this is my research instrument. So in the first construct 4 questions, second construct 3 questions, perceived behavior, control, the another 3 questions, and the purchase intention 3 questions, and purchase behavior this. So we will perform CFA. This is my questionnaire. So we perform structural equation modeling in 2 steps. One is we find the validity of the measurement model, and second is the structural model. So once my confirmatory model is valid, then further we specify the structural model. Same construct, we identify the attitude, subjective norm, which one is endogenous and which one is the exogenous variables. So I am just opening the data, my data of this case study. I am showing you the data. This is my data. Okay, so 17 questions. So and total respondent, the respondent is 300. Okay, so this is my data. You can see here. So there are these are the questions. Now you can see the questions, 17 questions. Okay, I think these are the questions. Now you can see the 81, 82 means 4 questions of attitude, and 3 questions of subjective norms, and the 4 questions of perceived behavior control, and 3 questions of purchase intention, and 3 questions of purchase behavior. So before performing the confirmatory factor analysis, we should save our data in a SPSS file. Okay, so it's a base file, and this is the basically it is the Amos graphic. So we will draw this path diagram, in a Amos graphic, and then once I draw this path diagram, then I will analyze it and interpret the results of the data. Okay, so thank you very much. In next lecture I will perform confirmatory factor analysis in AMOS and other testing of structural model. Thank you very much.